the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Detroit Pistons. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
We are set to bring you the action as round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs continues on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. A look at the starting group for the Pistons. And it's Rodman in at the 4. And for the Hawks, and it's Willis in at power forward. You look at the Hawks, they did what they needed to do in Game 1. Now they just have to keep it going.
They really do. I mean, the pressure is on them to keep home court advantage. This should be a tougher game than that first one.
Here's Rivers. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night.
His first team foul. Gonzalez. One shot.
One shot. Here's the Pistons with the ball. It's a three-point game. Thomas outside. From 12 feet, and Aguirre gets it to go. Here's Gonzalez. Fires away from way up. Oh, whoa! Wow! Are you kidding me?
That just happened. Oh! You know, it takes incredible accuracy to drain it from that deep. So impressive.
Thomas passes to Dumars. Gonzalez pulls it in.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Rivers' shot is off.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Thomas. Five to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Detroit shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Makes a first. Second free throw, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Wilkins. Pass to Gonzalez. Shots blocked. And now the Pistons in transition. With the floater. Here's Rodman to the wing on the left. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Gonzalez. Ooh, a two-handed power slam!
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Following the score by Atlanta. Wallace, the pass to Aguirre. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Wilkins. Rebound by Aguirre.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Dumars. Shot from 16. Gonzalez pulls it in. Gonzalez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Rivers. Here's Gonzalez. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Here's Dumars. To the paint. Here's Thomas. The rebound by Atlanta. Gonzalez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Rivers. Watched by Wallace. Rivers, the pass to Wilkins. Here's Maravich. Puts up a 3. And he buries his first look.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Over to the left wing. Back to Thomas. Here's Dumars. No points so far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Aguirre can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Rivers. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pistons trail by 8. Pass to Thomas. And there's the screen. To get back on track. Offensive rebound. Rodman got a hand on it. Here's Gonzalez. Give him 8. Fades away. And off the glass. That one's good. Gonzalez has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. It's deflected. Here's Gonzalez. He's got 10. A quick shot there. It's off target.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Dumars. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Wallace. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. Free throw good. Thomas. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Atlanta leading by 8. Pass to Gonzalez from deep three-point range. Rebound Detroit. Here's Aguirre. Lets the three fly. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 6 points.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. From deep. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Wallace. Here's Aguirre. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Atlanta. Gonzalez has got rebound number 8 now.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
And the Pistons with possession here. Trailing by 5. Thomas outside. Pass to Rodman. From 7. The rebound by Willis. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Maravich, the pass to Gonzalez. He gets it in there. 12 points for him.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. Pistons trail by 7. Here's Hamilton. They set the pick. Over Rizachet. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Wilkins, the pass to Webb. Here's Rizachet. Here's Gonzalez, covered by Johnson. And Gonzalez gets it to go. And now a 9-point Atlanta lead.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Billups. Pass to Hamilton. Sinks the 15-footer.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The Hawks lead by 7. Here's Gonzalez. Three-pointer. Here's Rizachet. And Hamilton pulls it down.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
And Edwards slams it in.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Rizachet. Oh, they pick off the pass. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both shots.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Rizachet. Here's Rollins. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Such raw shooting ability for Rizachet in his first year.
Now Johnson. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hamilton. And that one's on target from the wing.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The Hawks lead by 3. Here's Rizachet. He takes it in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Rizachet does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good.
Yeah, just some missed opportunities at the stripe. Unfortunate.
And he sinks the second. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Billups. No points yet. Fires top of the key. And again. It's Detroit. Atlanta's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Concat. Here's Hamilton. He's got 6. Got a piece of it. Here's Rizachet. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. From downtown, Detroit with a rebound.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Billups. The 3. The shot, no good. The Hawks leading. Here's Rizachet. Here's Webb. 1:03 left in the opening quarter. Here's Rollins. Covered by Williamson. Here's Webb. That one rolls around and rims out. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Hamilton. Here's Billups. 16 feet out. Tipped. "27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Rollins. Here's Webb. Still no points. Shoots over Johnson. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Hamilton. That one's good. This game is all even. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, did he? He did.
That's
he
gonna
got
count.
it to fall.
Put it on the board.
So nice. Just beating the buzzer. Listen to this crowd right now. Incredible.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Atlanta on top, up by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Pistons trail by 3. We got Rizachet, and it's Captain Clutch in it to 5, down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Pass to Billups. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gonzalez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And the Pistons shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Here's Hamilton, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Well, the Hawks shooting just 33% so far in this game. Atlanta gets it back. Pass to Ricochet. Goes back up. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And how about the skill of Ricochet? Able to outwork the contact and finish what he started.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Hamilton. Over Ricochet. Oh, it's stolen. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Here's Livingston. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Ricochet. Here's Gonzalez. Just 5 on the clock. No luck on that one. Right now, a close game in Atlanta. Inside. Blocked! They recover it. Here's Billups. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Pass to Mahorn. Over to the wing. Here's Hamilton. And it's in, off the glass. Hamilton's got 4 points this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
From 17, Gonzalez pulls it in. Gonzalez has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. A deep 3. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ricochet. From behind the arc. Buries it from 3. Ricochet's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Ricochet will be nailing threes for many years to come.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Let's go.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Billups. Pass to Wallace. Tries it from 19. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Rivers. Here's Wilkins. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Here's Billups. They set a pick. Sinks the tray. Billups has got 5 points.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Wilkins. Here's Gonzalez. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
And their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Wallace outside. To the left wing. Knocks it loose. Pass to Gonzalez. And the layup is good off the glass. Gonzalez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Billups. He's got 5. From the high post. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Here's Willis. Pass to Wilkins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Billups. 7 points in the game. With the teardrop. Blocked! And they get it back. Here's Aguirre. Tries again. Here's Lambier. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And the Pistons making a change here. Here's Dumars. He's scoreless. Clock at 6. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Here's Rivers. Pass to Gonzalez. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Lambier.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Here's Aguirre. It's Thomas on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lambier. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gonzalez has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Rivers. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Gonzalez. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. And Detroit making a change here. Pistons trail by 7. Thomas with the ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Edwards. Shoots from 12. And he can't bank that one in.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Gonzalez. Counted from distance. Gonzalez has got 21 points in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Dumars. Here's Lambier. Here's Edwards, bearing his second of 3 attempts. And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Rivers, still without a bucket. Whitman passes to Gonzalez. And that one, good.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pistons trail by 10. Here's Dumars. Up top, Edwards. To the inside. Now here's Thomas. He's covered closely. 5 on the clock. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Rivers. Here's Wilkins. Rodman with a rebound. Rodman's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Pass to Lambier. It's blocked. Here's Rivers. Thomas defends. Rivers, good. Rivers has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Dumars. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line. 100% this quarter.
Ricochet, he's checked in for Atlanta. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Rivers. Pass to Koncak. Here's Gonzalez. Watched by Wallace. To the middle. Shot's good by Koncak. Koncak's got his first 2 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Detroit with the ball. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Here's Dumars. Aguirre passes to Dumars. 6 to shoot. And again, the Pistons missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Rivers. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Johnson. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
The Hawks lead by 12. Here's Rivers. Here's Wilkins. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
They've been knocked down from the line this quarter, trying to build out their lead.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's the best way to protect the lead.
And here's Johnson. Yet to see a basket. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. Gonzalez has got his 16th rebound on the night.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And Detroit making a change here. And it's Detroit with the ball. It's a 14-point game. 1:33 left to play in the first half of basketball. Wide open look. And the jumper is on the mark. Phillips has got 7 now in this quarter.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Atlanta leading by 12. Here's Rivers. Pass to Wilkins. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive.
Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Now here's Johnson, still without a bucket. 55 seconds left to play in the half. Phillips. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Maravich, no good. Pistons trail by 15. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The shot by Johnson, no good. And Atlanta shooting it very well, 52% during the second. Here's Gonzalez. They get it back. Goes up again. And it's Willis missing. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Billups. He's got 9. Picked by Williamson. Here's Billups. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Atlanta liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey everybody, a large Game 1 deficit for the Detroit Pistons.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
Checking out how the Hawks are doing in this series. They were able to hold serve in Game 1. But they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. It was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. Pistons trail by 15. Setting the floor for Detroit. And it's Wallace in at the 5. Pass to Aguirre. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Taking 2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Rivers. Out to the wing. Here's Wilkins. Connects on the 17-footer. Wilkins has got 12 points.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now here's Thomas. Here's Aguirre. Pass to Dumars. And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
he drops the first. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Maravich. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Wilkins for three. On target from range. Wilkins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Thomas, right side. Now here's Wallace. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. The Hawks lead by 16. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Rivers. Thomas defends. Here's Wilkins. Here's Maravich. Rodman with a rebound. Rodman's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Dumars. 6 points for him. Wallace's shot is good.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Rivers. Pass to Maravich. The three is up. Here's Gonzalez. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Dumars, following the score by Atlanta. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. It's Thomas on the wing. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by the Hawks.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Thomas. Give him 8. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Aguirre. Stripped it away. It's 2-on-1, and here they go. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
Team second. Doc Rivers. One shot.
Detroit with the ball. Pass to Aguirre. Thomas outside. And here's Wallace. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Wilkins. 15 points in the game. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Thomas outside. Shot to stop the run. And the layup is good. Thomas has got 10.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big-time play.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Whitman passes to Gonzalez. Here's Rivers. Thomas defends. Turnaround Jay. Pass to Gonzalez. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen away. Here's Aguirre. Now Thomas. Now here's Wallace. Out left to the wing. Here's Aguirre. 19-footer. Again with the block.
The blocks keep coming from him. I mean, that block has tied him for the most in a playoff game for this team.
And his defense is the foundation for this team and has him in the record books for this franchise. And here are the Hawks now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Gonzalez. It's good. Gonzalez has got 29 points.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Thomas, from the high post, he drills it. Thomas has gotten 4 this quarter.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Here's Rivers. Thomas defends. Rivers, the pass to Konkak. Here's Wilkins. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Thomas outside. Here's Rodman. No points so far. Maguire can't hit. Here's Gonzalez. Back to Rivers. Pass to Gonzalez. Just 5 on the clock. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 12. Wallace, left side. There's another block.
And it seems like every time a shot's gone up, he's been there to send it away. What a defensive performance.
And believe it or not, he's now set a new franchise record for blocks in a playoff game. Here's Dumars. He's got 6. Pass to Thomas. Tries it from 16, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Atlanta, they've gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. And the Pistons shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Here's Rodman. Down low. Here's Wallace. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
No good on that one. The Pistons making a switch here. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Here's Gonzalez. And Atlanta misses again.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
And it's good. 2 points. Thomas has got 14 points for the game.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The Hawks lead by 23. Pass to Gonzalez. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. A big group substitution here for Detroit. And so he hits both.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Here's Billups. 9 points in the game. Pass to Hamilton. Shot from the wing. Gonzalez pulls it in.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Well, Detroit's shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Here's Billups. No good on the three. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. From deep three-point land. Billups with a rebound.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hamilton. Gets a very good look and converts. Hamilton's got 14 points. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Oh, there's the alley. Pass to Long.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both good from the line that time. The Hawks lead by 23. Here's Webb. No points yet. Pass to Rizachet.
And these fans elated to see the defensive tour de force he's putting on.
He set a new franchise record for blocked shots in a playoff game. And this crowd couldn't be more excited. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Billups. Shot clock at 5. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Billups has got 11. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Rizachet, covered by Johnson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Webb. Over Johnson. The rebound by Detroit. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson passes to Williamson. 1:27 left in the third. Here's Rollins. Here's Livingston. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Livingston's gotten his first basket of the night. The Pistons shooting just 33% so far in this game. Here's Billups. 11 points in the game. Pass to Hamilton. Uncovered. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Atlanta leading by 21. Here's Webb. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pistons trail by 21. Here's Billups. To the middle. And it's blocked. Here's Webb. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. And Atlanta with possession here. We got Risache, and it's Rivers in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Wilkins. Thomas with a steal. Pass to Rodman. To the paint. Here's Hamilton. Here's Rodman. Here's Hamilton. Shot clock at 3. Gonzalez pulls it in. The Hawks lead by 21. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Willis. Wallace pulls it in. Wallace has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hamilton.
Pistons substitution. Mark McGuire. Joe Dumars.
Here's Thomas. Pass to Aguirre. 4 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Hawks lead by 21. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Risache. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Risache's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
Well, Detroit's shooting just around 32% from the field. Thomas passes to Dumars. Wallace with it. Here's Thomas. And counted from 12 feet.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Willis, the pass to Gonzalez. Lays it up and banks it in. Gonzalez has got 35 in the game.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Thomas. The rebound by Atlanta. Intercepted. Here's Aguirre. He got a piece of it. Here's Rivers. The bank shot, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Dumars. Pass to Rodman. To the inside. Here's Thomas. Deflected. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Here's Rivers. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Got Rivers. 2 shots.
First one falls. So he gets them both. Now Thomas. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
It's rebounded by Rivers. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Inside, here's Willis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Willis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And it's Detroit with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Here's Dumars. The shot. And again, the Pistons missing.
Cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Wallace with a double team. Pass to Rizashe. Fires for 3.
10 seconds.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Here's Dumars.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
To the left side wing. Thomas outside. 6 on the shot clock. To end the drought. Dumars misses.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Rizashe. To the inside. It's stolen. Now here's Thomas. The rebound by the Hawks. Willis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Gonzalez. Hits a three-pointer. Gonzalez has got 38 points.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Thomas with the ball. And they pick up 2. Thomas has got 10 points in just the second half.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Gonzalez. The rebound by Aguirre. Thomas outside. Wallace up top. Pass to Aguirre. The fader. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
To the paint. It's picked off. Thomas outside. It's tipped. And they're running. Here's Wilkins. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul.
And the Hawks making a change here.
Team second. At the line for your Hawks, Dominique Wilkins. Shooting 1.
Well, the Pistons shooting just around 32% from the field. Here's Dumars. Pass to Rodman. The rebound by the Hawks. Willis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Gonzalez misses. The Pistons on offense. Dumars passes to Thomas. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Rodman. Over to the left wing. 4 on the clock. Here's again with the block.
And he's now tied for the most blocks in an NBA playoff game.
Just a shutdown defensive performance. He's striking fear into the opposition.
And he's now in a 4-way tie with 10 blocks. Can he claim that top spot for himself?
Here's Dumars. Pass to Thomas. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Team strength. Shooting for Detroit. Isaiah Thomas. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. And both free throws good for Thomas. Here's Rivers. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Yeah, this is something he will remember forever. These types of performances in the playoffs are what define a player's legacy. Here's Gonzalez. Wilkins, pass to Gonzalez. Nails the baby hook. Gonzalez has got 7 now in this quarter.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Dumars. Pass to Thomas. Here's Aguirre. Gonzalez pulls it in.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Oh, deflected. Here's Maravich. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Aguirre. Wallace, right side. Fades and shoots. Wilkins with a rebound. Wilkins has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Thomas. Here's Rodman. Here's Aguirre. Nails the baby hook. Here's Rivers. Here's Willis. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line for Atlanta, Dominique Wilkins. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Gonzalez gets it to go.
It's the little plays like that that can make all the difference. Not boxing out on free throws is a killer.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth. Pass to Billups. Takes a 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Hawks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. They're in control of this series so far.
Yeah, no question. They're the more cohesive team right now, just going out there and executing their game plan.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Captain Clutch.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Here's Gonzalez. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Wilkins, pass to Gonzalez. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And here's Detroit. To the middle. Here's Rodman. Second shot opportunity. And it's rejected. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Here's Webb. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2-0 now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. As we leave, we present our player of the game.